Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to this very special meeting of the Westerville City Schools Board of Education. I'm delighted to see you here this evening. Because this is a formal meeting of the Board of Education, we will be calling us to order, and at the end of this special meeting, we will be adjourning. So I hope you'll bear with us as we go through those formalities. I am Nancy Nestor Baker, and I'm president of the Westerville Board of Education, and that's why I'm the one telling you we're going to call everybody to order and adjourn everyone. So to begin this evening, I would like to ask the treasurer, Mr. Griffith, if he would please call the roll.
Mrs. Crow? Mrs. Davidson? Dr. French? Here. Mr. Villardo? Here. Dr. Nestor Baker?
Here. Thank you. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. There is one reason for us to be here tonight, and that is to recognize some of the most remarkable people in the Westerville City School District with the awarding of the GEM Awards, a very special evening. We've been doing this now, I think, Chris, 11 years. Yep. And to get this started and to keep it going, I'm going to step out of the way because I've done my job and turn this over to Chris Dilley and ask her to please discuss the GEM Awards and make the announcements.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Welcome to the 11th Annual GEM Awards. I'm Chris Dilley. I'm the GEM co-chair. My fellow co-chair is Lisa O'Coin down at the other end there. The Great Educator Mentor, or GEM Award, is given to someone who makes a positive impact on the lives of students, contributes to the Westerville schools, goes above and beyond the call of duty, and promotes the welfare of students. With the help of GEM chairs in each building across the district, we are honoring a GEM from each building in addition to 3 district winners. It's always a joy to learn about the many positive things that are happening in our school buildings and across the district. Tonight we have with us representatives from Roush Honda. We have Candy Lazares right here. Jim Irwin. And Deanna Thompson. Roush Honda is our sponsor, so we're very appreciative of them helping us promote the GEMs in the district and providing us with a special evening tonight. On the other side of Deanna, we have our superintendent, Dr. John Kellogg. Our treasurer, Bart Griffiths. Our Board of Education, we've got Nancy Nestor Baker, who you met before. Rick Villardo. Carol French. Tracy Davidson. And Cindy Crow. We're also being assisted up here with the trophies, Michaela Sampson, who's on our district GEM committee. So before we begin, I want to direct our winners, once your name is called, to come up to the podium using these stairs here near me, and you'll come across in front of the podium and you're going to shake hands with all these fine ladies and gentlemen and go clear to the end, and Michaela will give you your trophy and Lisa or I will give you your certificate, and then you're going to pose for a picture taken by our wonderful photographer, Lynn Maslowski. And after the awards program, we're going to have all the winners come back up here on stage for a group photo, so don't go too far. And families are welcome to take photos as well. All right. So Lisa O'Coin has been my co-chair this year, and she's been awesome. Her organizational and communication skills will suit her well as my successor. next year as Westerville Parent Council President. So we're going to kick off the night by recognizing our elementary winners, beginning with Alcott. For Alcott Elementary, we have Mike Mizon. Yeah, probably want to come around the back to the end. I'm sorry. We're adjusting to the new setup here at North. So as a fifth grade teacher at Alcott, Mike brings passion and dedication to his teaching that is infectious and inspiring, as evidenced by the 7 student nominations written on his behalf. In fact, student nominator Danielle Ingram says he treats his students like his children for the year, and as a result, their class has grown very close. Mike is known among his students as someone they can turn to whenever they need help. He is famous for his wacky experiments that include cracking eggs over heads and placing Mentos in a Coke bottle. Mike organizes a yearly food drive to benefit WARM, runs the school store, directs Alcott students and plays, and his students mention again and again how he incorporates fun into learning and continually looks for new and creative ways to bring life to his lessons. Student achievement is at the forefront of all he does, and his students know he supports their academic efforts, scheduling mini conferences with parents when needed. His students know that he continually goes above and beyond as an educator, and for that he is truly a gem at Alcott Elementary. Amherst Elementary, Julie Welch. Julie wears many hats as a volunteer at Amherst. She has spent the last few years working with developing readers in the classroom, as well as working in the school library, organizing and reshelving books. Julie takes a keen interest in what students are reading and continually looks for ways to lead students to new and interesting reading topics. She works with intervention specialists to prepare and organize materials and takes care of all the laminating needs for the teachers. Twice a year, she organizes the Scholastic Book Fair, and this year serves as PTA Vice President. Teachers and staff know that they can always count on Julie to lend a hand and keep up their spirits. Nominator Tracy Price put it best: Julie supports the entire teaching staff and demonstrates to the student body what it means to give of oneself wholeheartedly, and that is why she's an Amherst gem. Charrington Elementary, Kate Harris. Kate has served as a cafeteria and recess aide at Charrington for the past 5 years, and her positive impact is seen every day in the smiling faces of the students. From greeting them at breakfast to helping students solve friendship problems, she is a friend, mother figure, teacher, and role model. Kate's commitment to Charrington is displayed through her dependability, her willingness to take suggestions, and her way of keeping staff informed of issues. Charrington Principal Andy Heck nominated Kate for the GEM Award and emphasizes that Kate has a unique ability to intervene with students and show them how to work and play together. He emphasizes that she goes above and beyond her job description by ensuring students know she is available to talk about problems and provide motherly advice that so many students need. In every aspect of her life at Charrington, Kate models what it means to be a Charrington gem. Emerson Magnet, Beth Dalen. Beth is always there for her students, and they know it. From coming in early, working through lunches and planning periods, to staying after the school day ends, she creates an environment where learning is fun and student achievements are noticed and celebrated. Beth strives to bring her experiences to third graders that broaden their world such as Japanese celebrations and dances, and an authentic Japanese tea party. Numerous speakers, field trips, and service learning experiences round out their curriculum. She truly embraces the world languages and cultures theme of Emerson Magnet and is a tireless ambassador for this historic building and its programs. This year, Beth has gone above and beyond with her service to her students. She prepared and was awarded a grant to start a Kindle club for readers needing extra support. The grant enabled her to purchase 10 Kindles and multiple books. She then recruited Otterbein students to come each morning and work with students to improve their reading skills. The 13 Kindle Club students and Beth's fellow third grade teacher, Kristen Quinn, nominated her this year. And to quote the Kindle Club, "We feel good and happy when we read with our Kindle buddies. Mrs. Dalen knows we want to be better readers, and she knows we can do it." Faust Elementary, Heather Griffith. Every day in her role as fourth grade teacher at Faust, Heather exemplifies strong leadership and exemplary teaching skills. In fact, last fall, Heather was awarded the Master Teacher designation by the Ohio Department of Education, attesting to her ongoing commitment to her students and her professional development. At the beginning of the school year, Heather organized a math night where parents and students could come together to learn about the new Common Core standards. Reaching out to parents to share lots of information is one of her hallmarks. Nominator Jennifer Cable says that parents are appreciative of her informative website where she shares with parents creative methods of classroom instructions. Heather continually finds ways to integrate classroom learning with real-life experiences. Her students learn to write persuasive letters by asking area businesses to donate to the PTO Walkathon fundraiser. And they even hand-delivered the letters together on a Saturday. Additionally, Heather volunteers as a running buddy for the popular Girls on the Run program, which encourages girls in the elementary school to gain self-confidence through running and character building. This devotion to students and school makes Heather a true Faust gem. Hamby Magnet, Cam and Becky Piet. Creative approaches to fundraising and a strong desire to increase access to technology are what Hamby parents, Cam and Becky Piet, make them unique among volunteers. Their combined efforts have helped the Hamby PTA support its enhanced learning opportunities for students during their elementary years. This school year alone, they have raised funds to fund field trips, social activities, DARE graduation, fifth grade graduation, and assist teachers in purchasing classroom supplies. At the beginning of the year, Becky asked a teacher what she would need for her classroom. The teacher replied that a digital tool like an iPad would be a great addition to the classroom. Becky ran with this idea and developed a team to raise the necessary funds to not only purchase one, but 4 iPads to be used by all Hamby teachers. Cam not only raises much needed funds, but can also be seen at nearly every Hamby event, carrying out large and small details that we know make school events a success. The Piats were nominated by fellow Hamby parents Michaela Sampson and Amy Bennett, who say the couple was always willing to step up and step in to help make Hamby an innovative and encouraging place to learn. They are a gem of a pair and highly valued at their school. Hawthorne Elementary, Kate Mantoniques. Third grade, a year of new experiences as well as new expectations. A time of growing up and beginning to find a larger place in the world. Third grade teacher Kate Mantoniques understands these challenges and encourages her students to think about the future while they strive to be their best today. She sees the importance of building and fostering long-lasting relationships among students, so this year she created a class reunion among her students from last year. They met over lunch in the fall to catch up and reunite. Kate also runs an after-school reading club 2 days a week, working with students who need extra help with their academics. Innovative, hands-on learning is at the forefront of Kate's teaching. She has worked with her students on recycling and composting projects, as well as participating in a community garden at Hawthorne. Walk by her classroom and you'll see the recycling bin, composting bucket, and trays of seeds being attended to by her students. Hawthorne has caught the geocaching bug, thanks to Kate as well. After trying it with her own children, Kate worked with the PTO to set up an information night where families could come and learn about the excitement that is geocaching. Nominator Linda Landis describes why Kate is a gem to so many in the Hawthorne community. Mrs. Mantoniques helps students see their true potential. She has the amazing ability to get students to believe in themselves. She explained to my son that the most important tool he could ever have is an eraser, because in order to learn, you must be willing to make mistakes. Huber Ridge Elementary, Kristen Kauser. As a busy mom of 4, who is also a part-time preschool teacher and substitute teacher, Kristen was initially reluctant to agree to be PTA president with her busy schedule. However, she saw a need and felt she could help. Kristen spent hours upon hours working with her PTA executive board, building principal, and other entities to get bylaws, standing rules, and financials organized to operate more effectively and to build better communication with members. All of her efforts have built and strengthened relationships in the Huber Ridge community and have grown their membership in the PTA. One of the new events she spearheaded was their first successful Mother-Son Carnival, which was well attended and very popular. Her husband and nominator, Jonathan, writes that in doing it for the students, this battle cry is the focus and driving force behind Kristen's motivation. There are so many ways in which Kristen Kauser has positively impacted the students at Huber Ridge Elementary. Mark Twain Elementary, Sharon Dewey. Sharon devotes endless volunteer hours to the students of Mark Twain. She is a dedicated and caring tutor and mentor and chairs many before and after school clubs. Breakfast with Books is a popular and successful club thanks to Sharon. She works hard to find the right books for each student reading group and organizes another group of students to read with younger siblings of volunteers. In addition, she provides a healthy breakfast for all the students before their day begins. Sharon is the driving force behind the Mark Twain Running Club. Over 140 students participate in this after-school club where fun and exercise meet. She organized a fun run, hosted a club party at her home, and even encouraged some of the older students to run in their first 5K. During the annual holiday shop, Sharon works with all the teachers to make sure that all the students are able to go home with a gift for someone special. School parent Kristen Buckley describes Sharon as an advocate for all kids. She tries to find ways to make our clubs affordable and accessible to all students. Kristen nominated Sharon to receive the GEM Award this year because Sharon is one of the most giving people I know. Her selflessness and desire to enrich education of our students is inspiring. McVeigh Elementary, Julie McGuff. Meeting students at their grade level while encouraging them to reach even higher makes this third grade teacher a much-loved gem at McVeigh. Julie treats each student as an individual and uses her humor and her immense creativity to grab the attention of her class and keep them engaged every day. Parents appreciate her detailed and frequent communication as she works to engage them in the learning process just as deeply as she does with her students. Organizing math night every year is just one of the ways that Julie goes above and beyond in her building. Compassion is a word frequently used when parents and staff talk about Julie. Nominators Sarah and Ellen Stadler remark that she is a strong advocate for all students and frequently gives of her time to provide after-school tutoring to any child needing extra support. Additionally, Julie is on hand at every McDonald's and Pasta Nights fundraisers, as well as the school fun fair. McVeigh has a very popular traveling choir, and Julie volunteers her time and is present at nearly every choir concert and rehearsal. She helps them set up and works on sound production with them as well. She does all this simply because she loves to hear her students create such beautiful music. Sarah Stadler gives her one of the highest recommendations possible. For Julie, I wish we could have her for 4th and 5th grades too. Point View Elementary, Mary Taylor. Mary is a valuable asset to the Westerville community, far beyond the walls of her 1st grade classroom at Point View. Simply put, Mary is the person you go to when you need help. If she can't do it, she will find the person who can. For example, Mary ensures that every child in the Westerville Caring and Sharing program receives a sponsor or she sponsors them herself. Last December, Mary collected home furnishings as well as clothing and other assistance for the family of one of the students who unexpectedly needed to find a new place to live. In the classroom, Mary continually looks for new ways to connect with her students, to real-life learning. This past fall, she wrote a grant and subsequently was awarded funding to send all Point View students to the Columbus Clippers baseball game. She has organized not only the funding, but the transportation, tickets, and volunteer chaperones for this event. Additionally, she created lesson plans for each grade level to use throughout the year that incorporated a baseball theme into the curriculum standards. Knowing how important it is to get her students writing early and often, Mary created a classroom blog that connects her students with family and others in the community that provide positive feedback for these young writers. Colleague Tina Shirey, along with 11 other teachers, nominated Mary for this award. She is a true warrior of the Point View community, and students and families are better off having had her as a gem in their lives. Robert Frost Elementary, Sarah Burka. Nominator PTA President Amber Case says she has witnessed firsthand the lengths that Sarah Burka, as principal of Robert Frost Elementary, will go for the betterment of Robert Frost. It is not often that principals are willing to do some of the things that she does to help with fundraising efforts. This past year, Ms. Burka agreed to do a comical video that was shared on social media and the local news and encouraged student involvement in their main fundraiser. The winner enjoyed dinner with her on the school roof, and she dressed up like a clown. These funds enable the PTA to provide a variety of enrichment experiences. Ms. Burka has enthusiastically supported their new wellness committee and running clubs. They had their first 5K this spring. She works well with parents and supports PTA leaders with projects. Her daily service to students through providing a positive example and supportive programming that expands their experiences and promotes their safety makes Sarah Burka a very special person at Robert Frost. Whittier Elementary, Meg Miller. Meg is one of those building volunteers who is a consistent, steady presence for the students and staff at Whittier. Her organizational and leadership skills are put to use each week as an aide in the school library. Elementary libraries now only have a media specialist every week or so. Volunteers like Meg check in and reshelve books and keep kids reading. Tina Barnhart, another Whittier volunteer, nominated Meg for the GEM Award and states that without Meg, students would not be able to use the library as a tool to accomplish their work. Meg is also known as a hard-working fundraiser, leading one of the largest cookie dough sales ever, with funds going to provide the school with a new laminating machine. Whittier takes great pride in its commitment to service learning. Each grade level selects a worthy project to support each year. This year, Meg is working with the 4th and 5th grades as they support the James Hospital and Research Center at OSU through the Market Day Grocery fundraising program. She recruits, trains, and guides students as they unpack and organize the groceries that Whittier families have ordered. Meg puts her heart and soul into everything she does, and for this, she is truly Whittier's gem. Wilder Elementary, Kim Wickham. I've had the pleasure of knowing Kim Wickham for about 10 years or so, so I'm super excited, not at all surprised that she's Wilder's gem. Kim's passion as the instructional coach is to provide, Kim's position as instructional coach is to provide instructional support to classroom teachers. In addition to her coaching duties, she is always the first person to volunteer to facilitate student book clubs during her lunch period, help students with the computer lab, work with students on events, to conduct on student events, and to conduct student interviews for BizTown. Recently, she organized a school-wide math and family science night, which involved various local professionals. Nominator Principal Victoria Haslett shares that Kim tirelessly advocates for the needs of the building, the staff, and the students. She is a role model of professionalism, building positive working relationships among staff, students, parents, and community friends. Mrs. Wickham is truly a superhero at Wilder Elementary.
Good evening. Next, we have Winnie Mays from the Early Learning Center. In her role as a classroom assistant at our district preschool, Winnie does everything in her power to meet the personal and social needs of our smallest charges. She strives to make her building a positive and cheerful place to be. Her colleagues also know that Winnie goes above and beyond to create a working environment that promotes staff bonding. She helps plan and prepare building lunches that give staff time to share ideas and just relax and join in fellowship. Winnie frequently uses her own time and her own free time and money to research and create fun learning activities for students. She's known to take home crafts to prepare for the next week, and her puppet shows, complete with handmade puppets, always delight the students. One of her most memorable acts was the creation of a life-size doll for a student with sensory issues. This weighted doll has Chewy toys attached to it, and the student successfully uses the doll to help calm himself at circle time. Intervention specialist Ashley Ware nominated Winnie, and she says that Winnie truly loves each and every student she comes in contact with, as if they were her own children. The The loving energy she exudes is evident to the students and creates a warm and comforting learning environment, truly making her a Westerville gem. Next is Pam Ayler from Blendon Middle School. At Blendon Middle School, Pam Ayler is a teacher whose door is always open to help students who need it, whether it be for math, language arts, or an issue of a personal nature. With her dedication to students, Pam offers study sessions at lunch and after school for students who need a little extra help. Regular communication with parents and fellow staff members is something Pam is known for. And I will add that I have personally experienced this communication, and as a parent, she's taught my own children, and it's been highly helpful and very much appreciated. She mentors new teachers and guides staff members as their WEA rep. Her service on several school committees demonstrates her level of involvement at Blendon. For the many ways in which she shares her time and talents for the benefits of students, Pam Ayler is a great role model for students and colleagues at Blendon Middle School. Her nominators were fellow teachers Mike Reinold and Julia Swartzel. Next, we have Amy Glorioso from Genoa Middle School. As parent, volunteer, and nominator, Maria Soyson has observed, Amy Glorioso is a highly dedicated volunteer. She serves as their PTSA president, staff appreciation chair, and fundraising chair. She spearheads their prime fundraiser, which allows them to provide engaging enrichment opportunities for students through the Science Fair, Geography Bee, National History Day, National Junior Honor Society, team building activities, grade level field trips, and more. She always makes sure students are rewarded for their efforts. It is incredible how she finds time to do everything as she transitions back into the workforce. On her one day off, she can be found volunteering in the office, doing whatever needs to be done. Amy's goal for their PTSA is to provide a school community that ensures that students can grow socially, academically, and emotionally to become productive high school students. Amy Glorioso always finds a way to make Genoa Middle School a special place to grow. Ann Bates from Heritage Middle School. Sixth grade math teacher. I'm sorry, let me start over. Ann is the sixth grade math teacher at Heritage. Sixth grade student nominator Emma Seacrest confessed that math was not her favorite subject. However, with extra help and encouragement from her teacher, Mrs. Bates, she was able to improve her understanding of the subject as well as her grades as the year progressed. Emma noted that Mrs. Bates not only helps her, but she supports all students by attending their sporting events, music programs, plays, and by leading the Renaissance Leadership Program. She gets to know her students and helps them connect what they like outside of school with their academic studies. This year, Ann organized a special Veterans Day program that helped students connect with local veterans. Ann Bates demonstrates to students that they are important and valued in the Heritage Middle School community. Next, we have Deborah Hinkle from Walnut Springs Middle School. If Deborah hears about a need at Walnut Springs, stand back because she will move into action, create a plan, and be acting on that plan at lightning speed. That's what Leslie Kelly, principal at Walnut Springs, has to say about the gem she nominated this year. One of these plans was the design and creation of an outdoor courtyard and learning space that is utilized by hundreds of students and many staff members throughout the day. Deborah is known for her positive and friendly attitude and continually looks for ways to make the school a stronger and more engaging environment for all students, parents, and teachers. Additionally, Deborah volunteers at many school events and works hard to garner community support to enhance programming at Walnut Springs. She is a selfless volunteer and true asset to the Walnut Springs community. And we will now recognize our high school award winners. First, I'd like to start with Mr. Ty Stover from Westerville Central High School. Colleague Missy Ewing began her nomination letter for Ty with a quote by Maya Angelou. "I've learned that people will forget what you said, they will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." His students may not remember all of what Ty says to them, but Missy guarantees that they will remember how he made them feel. You see, Ty is an intervention specialist and works with some of the most at-risk students at Central High School. Many of the students that Ty works with are over the age of 18 and have legal issues. They struggle with homelessness, mental illness, learning disabilities, and severe credit deficiencies. His classroom is known as a safe place to be, where they can receive individual attention and perhaps for the very first time feel that they can succeed. Principal Todd Spinner states that without Ty, there would have been 8 fewer graduating seniors last year. Ty stayed after school day after day to work one-on-one with these students at no expense to them, and they graduated. Ty stays connected to these graduating students, helping them find employment in the community, even assisting and helping set up the interviews. On a building level, Ty has a presence among both the staff and the student body that is integral to a positive climate. He consistently reaches out to students who he does not have in class when he discovers that they need some extra emotional support. Ty ensures that all students feel that they are part of the Warhawk family. His energy and commitment do not go unnoticed. In fact, he is often called upon by the administration to aid in the implementation of new initiatives, and he approaches these challenges with enthusiasm. Missy sums up this central gem by saying, "What he does in the classroom and school environment is difficult to describe, as it is an art that I have not seen displayed in others during my teaching career." She goes on to say, "This is a teacher who does not see the enormous impact that he has on students. He is humble, a true hallmark of his personality, which makes his teaching style all the more relevant." From Westerville North High School, we have Mr. Kenneth Donchatz. As volunteer coach of the North mock trial team for over 15 years, Ken has impacted hundreds of students, and this year has been no different. Between July and March, Ken not only coordinates twice-a-week practices, but also works with students individually in their free time, providing support for them in developing their writing, speaking, and thinking skills in ways that the standard curriculum simply cannot. He teaches the students about the law, he teaches them confidence and the ability to think on their feet. He encourages each student that regardless of their perceived ability or previous experience, they can do far more than they imagined. Nominator Zach Wilkerson, a teacher at North, tells us that earlier this year, Ken took his team to a 5th place finish out of over 375 teams in an important tournament, earning the team a spot in the prestigious Empire International Mock Trial Tournament, which was a first for the North team. Ken defines the phrase going above and beyond. He organizes field trips that include tours of legal and governmental buildings. He meets with students beyond practice time to hone their writing and speaking skills, and he serves as a frequent speaker in North classrooms. Ken works hard to encourage a sense of student pride in their school and their work, including bringing mock trial alumni back to the program to help with the team, thereby creating an ongoing connection to the community and the building. Finally, Ken is a great advocate for the welfare of our students. He is invested in each and every one of them. From teaching time management skills to giving advice on career choices, Ken supports students as they move beyond high school and provides counsel whenever needed. Zach emphatically shared that Ken does literally everything in his power to help our students succeed, and he can think of no one who does more for North students. From Westerville South High School, we have Miss Noelle Spriestersbaugh. Noelle serves as Westerville South's Student Assistance Counselor and Mental Health Specialist. So by definition, promoting student welfare is a key component of her job. However, Noelle goes above and beyond the job description by finding new and different ways to support students. From connecting them to counseling resources outside the building, to creating new curriculum for group therapy sessions, to helping the South staff more deeply understand the struggles of many students, Noelle provides a service to the community that is quiet, steady, and comforting, even in times of great stress. On a daily basis, Noelle works with students struggling with addiction, depression, and various other mental health issues. She consistently has hundreds of students on her docket, yet manages to create an environment where students feel safe and comfortable when they are with her at school. This fall, the South family suffered the unexpected deaths of 2 students. Noelle was the rock that the students, staff, and administration needed to lean upon to help them through this difficult time. She coordinated extra counseling sessions with outside counselors. She compiled and distributed literature to support other district personnel, and she stayed late into the night on many occasions in order to connect with parents who needed extra support. In addition to counseling students, Noelle runs the Pride program at South, which recognizes students for their contributions to school and community through reinforcement of positive character traits. Noelle volunteers her time to lead the Gay-Straight Alliance and helps create activities in the school that promote tolerance and safety for all. Finally, Noelle has a passion for photography and operates her own photo studio. Each year, she offers her services free of charge to students who may not have the resources to pay for senior photos for the yearbook. Nominator Sarah Dietrich, a colleague at South, states that Noelle is brilliant at her job because she consistently puts forth effort that is more than anyone could expect. She is an essential part of the South staff, but more importantly, she is an essential resource for our students. This year, we are awarding 3 GEM Awards to those who have made an impact across the district as a whole or have served in multiple buildings. First, I'd like to start with district winner Rick Barthel. And I'd like to start by asking you all to join me in wishing Rick and his wife Debbie a very happy 40th wedding anniversary, which they are celebrating here with us this evening. Working as part of the district facilities crew, Rick ensures that our school buildings are safe every day for our students. But he has another role in the district, one that is voluntary and significantly life-changing for those he touches. Rick is a volunteer partner and mentor with the Best of Both Worlds Transition Program, which provides life skills training for cognitively impaired college-age students and is a collaboration between Westerville Schools and Otterbein University. His contributions seem almost endless. For starters, he visits the program twice a month to hold maintenance labs, where he teaches the students valuable lessons for independent living, like changing light bulbs, simple sink repair, and plumbing. He is also a partner in the job training program, and twice a week he hosts students interested in facilities maintenance careers. Additionally, he serves as a tremendous mentor and role model, hosting what they call guy time with male students, helping them work through issues surrounding growing up, especially those students lacking a male father figure in their lives. Life skills training is a key component of the transition program, and Rick has made it possible for students to have access to a local kitchen where they can practice cooking and kitchen safety in a realistic way. On top of all this, Rick frequently visits the program to perform handyman jobs and acts as a resource for staff when problems arise. Despite having a large family of his own to care for, Rick gives considerable amounts of his free time to the Best of Both Worlds program. He is well loved by students and is seen as an influential role model. Rick was nominated by Best of Both Worlds teachers Becky Hasselberger and Melinda Ream. They sum up Rick's contributions this way. Rick always has our students' best interest in mind, whether he's teaching about home maintenance, asking how to best assist his student worker for the highest amount of success, or asking what he can contribute to our program. Rick is always thinking about our students' welfare. Students cannot hide their excitement when he spends time with us. We are very fortunate to have Rick as a partner, advocate, and volunteer for our program. We do not know what we would do if he was not so willing to give of his own free time. He is a well-deserving candidate for this GEM Award. Next, I'd like to invite up Christine Dilly. Known as a resourceful leader and strong advocate for families in this district, Chris is an exceptional volunteer whose work benefits students across the entire district. For the past 2 years, Chris has served as the president of Westerville Parent Council, which serves as a liaison between district PTAs, PTOs, and booster groups and the school district. Chris and her team are responsible for gathering and disseminating district information so that families are fully informed about all aspects of our school district. Chris meets with district administrators to stay current on issues. She is often asked to join district committees to share her knowledge and input on a wide range of subjects that affect all of our families. Under Chris's leadership, Parent Council continues to raise significant funds in order to offer scholarships to graduating seniors. Nominator Tracy Davidson states that Chris especially shines when it comes to recruiting and motivating others to take on volunteer roles in the district. Her many contacts, developed over years of serving and leading, have enabled her to draw from a wide pool of parents that often just need to be asked to serve. Chris asks, she draws them in, and then provides the mentoring they need to feel confident in their new roles. I should know, as Chris worked her magic on me last fall, to join her in running the GEM program this year, and it has been a wonderful experience. In addition to her service on a district level, Chris takes on numerous volunteer roles at Westerville North High School as a member of academic, athletic, and music boosters. Nominator Michaela Sampson tells us that Chris serves as the booster parent representative for both the North men's cross-country team. She also serves as team mom for the entire team and takes on the role of helping to organize the Westerville Classic Cross-Country Invitational rising with the sun to mark the course and ensure the event is a success. Chris also plans fundraisers for the teams and banquets to celebrate student success. Chris is one of those volunteers that often flies under the radar. She is a calm, steady leader, focused on collaboration, but not kudos for herself. She is a valued mentor and tremendous asset to our district, a gem in every sense of the word. Our next district award winner is Mrs. Bev Koenig. Although she is a retired teacher in the Westerville district, you can find Bev every day at Westerville North, Westerville South, and at one of our middle schools, helping out wherever she is needed in the math departments. She has attended some of the advanced high school math courses to relearn the more complex math concepts so that she can help students during a time at North Lunch that they call Math Help. She works closely with teacher nominators Jonathan Boyd and Dave Schultz to help them create and deliver many new resources that have been shared with other middle school and high school teachers during summer workshops and waiver day trainings. Beth wrote a grant to gain funds for posters that could be used in the math classrooms at all the high schools. At South, she has sewn calculator carrying cases to better manage the bulky sets of classroom calculators that the kids have to carry around. She has worked one-on-one with a number of students at the middle and high school levels to help them understand difficult concepts. She's created many in-class activities and games for the teachers to use to reinforce specific math concepts and developed materials that can be used by students independently. Her assistance in helping teachers adjust to the new teaching standards has been immeasurable. Student nominator Caleb Lewis and student nominator Amber Moore show and share how Bev went to Caleb's house when he was out for an extended illness. Her tutoring was key in helping him keep up with his peers while he was not in school. Parent nominator Tina Lewis explained that the countless hours that Bev spent tutoring her son and motivating him turned a challenging time into a successful school year. Caleb sums it up as noting that even though Bev has retired, she returns every day with an even greater passion for learning, loving, and leading by example. And our last award this evening is our Terry Gordon Business Award, which we are presenting to Ohio Health this year. And representing Ohio Health this evening,
Sean Huffman.
ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Mr. Sean Huffman. On behalf of Ohio Health, he will be accepting the award for the organization. The GEM Awards concept was inspired by Roush Honda employee Terry Gordon 10 years ago. This award is being given in his honor and memory. Terry came from a family of educators and knew the importance of having good role models involved in schools to benefit students and help them develop into responsible and well-rounded members of our community. This includes businesses who also have a positive impact on our district. Tonight, we recognize Ohio Health for their positive impact throughout our school. And we thank Mr. Huffman for being here with us this evening. Ohio Health has been a business partner with our school district since 2009. They have participated in back-to-school fundraisers for the Enrollment and Family Resource Center, with school supply donations for our neediest families. They have also donated over 2,000 drawstring bags and backpacks for students in need, and they provide free impact concussion testing for our athletes. Ohio Health leases space to our school district for $1 per year. They provide use of a video interpretation translation machine, printing of key district publications, and they offer free CPR and PAP certification courses for our coaches. This per-year cost benefit of our partnership with Ohio Health is valued at $69,000. How has Ohio Health gone above and beyond for our school district? Their athletic trainer held a lockup event for muscular dystrophy. Physician Dr. Ewald holds a free clinic for athletes once a year at Westerville North. Free weight certifications are offered for our district's wrestlers, and Ohio Health has assisted with the implementation of the Westerville City Schools strategic plan, which will lay out a roadmap for the district for the next few years. How has Ohio Health benefited our students? Well, they have donated new or used athletic training equipment to our schools. They host the monthly district Latino moms meetings and twice a month meetings for our district Somali moms group. Ohio Health has partnered with Westerville City Schools to improve the health, education, welfare, and fitness of the families in our school district and are very deserving of this year's Terry Gordon Business Gem Award. This concludes our presentation of our GEM Awards for this year. I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to our building GEM chairs and our district GEM committee. The district GEM committee this year consists of Chris Dilley, Jill Beck, Amber Case, Kristen Kauser, Scott Ebrecht, Lauren Hoffman, Scott Reeves, Cherie Richards, Michaela Sampson, and Julie Workman. If you are in the audience, would you please stand for a round of applause? And last but not least, a very warm and heartfelt special thank you to our sponsors, Roush Honda. We are so appreciative of all you do for us and your support of this program. Thank you very much. Thank you, and I will now hand the program back to President Nestor Baker.
What a wonderful evening it has been. Teachers, students, administrators, facility people, community members, business members. Oh my goodness, we have a remarkable community and a remarkable set of individuals making sure that our children and young people are the very best that they can be. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it immensely. And to Roush Honda for sponsoring this all these years. I think we all need to drive Hondas for the next several decades. I need to, as I told you earlier, wrap up the meeting because it is a formal meeting. I wanted to let you know that there will be a Board of Education meeting next Monday night. It won't be nearly as much fun as this one. And there will also be a Board of Education meeting on the 19th where we will recognize retirees. That one will be fun. I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn, please. Thank you, Mr. Velardo. Can I have a second? Thank you, Dr. French. With a motion and a second, Mr. Griffith, would you call the roll?
Mr. Velardo. Yes. Dr. French. Yes. Mrs. Crowe. Mrs. Davidson. Yes. Dr. Nestor Baker.
Yes. I have no gavel, so I'll smack the podium. We are adjourned.